Hi again. Thanks for joining me for my over 50 career journey. This is part 2. College, marriage, and kids, all which brought me to where I am currently today, which is career coach. And this is the video companion to the blog that I posted yesterday, which you could read on my website at coachingwithmsd.com. So, if you've been following along, I'm now at the beginning of my college career, and I majored in business and hated it. I liked economics, I liked business law, hated calculus. As a matter of fact, I was tanking in it, and I loved English. As a matter of fact, I fell in love with my grandfatherly English professor, who was a true inspiration for me. I even invited this man to my wedding. And he saw in me an untapped writing talent. And he always pushed, and many failed attempts, which I've come to realize happens to a lot of writers. I did publish a cosmetology guide. Is Cosmetology for You? It's self-published. It's on Amazon. You can check it out if you like. But it's only a guide. I am working on a novel. So it's also time for me to take my state board, but I don't want to. I don't want to take the practical exam. So I'm about to bail until one of my dearest friends comes knocking at my door, almost ripped me out of my house. Back then, we had to do the state board practical on real people, not mannequins. And I did it on my mom, who had like double the amount of hair, coarse, dense hair that I have, naturally wavy. And I had no time left. So she helped me wrap her in rollers. We brought her to my high school and dried her, and hairstylists who know, you know that hair is not drying. So I had to comb her hair out wet. Miraculously, I passed. Don't know how. So I became licensed, and remembering what my high school teacher told me, never give it up. I will never give up that license, because without that license, I wouldn't be sitting here at this moment. I'm also licensed in New Jersey. Even though I don't want to do hair anymore, I'm still licensed. So I hate business. Everybody, it seemed, in the late 80s took business for college, and I hated it. I fell in love, like I said, with my English professor. So I minored in literature, and I switched my major to psychology because I wanted to be, and people my age would know, Dr. Ruth Westheimer. I wanted to be a sex therapist, and I was so intrigued by this topic. Anyway, that didn't happen. But I did switch my major. I did fall in love with psychology. I went to Hofstra University. But before I did, I took a gap year because I got married. Crazy, I got married. I was the only married college student in my university. And I was 21. It was insane. But it was wonderful. And my husband was 23. And that'll be my next topic, because I'm also a relationship coach. But right now I'm focused on career. But it's relevant for the journey I took, which I don't regret. I met one of my professors. I took a course, Psychology of Substance Abuse. And I decided, this is wonderful. I think I want to become a substance abuse counselor. She kind of convinced me that this would be a great route while I go to graduate school. It was pretty easy to do. I just had to take some certification courses at a nearby college, which I did and I completed. You had to go through 12-step programs, which was a little weird because I knew a lot of the people in the programs, and it's supposed to be anonymous, and I'm now here pretending to be some type of addict, which I felt bad lying. And of course nobody believed me because everybody thinks you're in denial, and that was kind of weird. And then the next step was to be, I had to go through an internship, and then after you submitted your internship hours, then you take a test and you're certified to be a substance abuse / alcoholism counselor. I did that, made it up to my, I had a paid internship for children who were born for moms who were giving birth. They were using while they were pregnant, and the children were born addicted. So it was a dual facility. We had the nursery of the children who were born addicted to drugs and the moms. At the same time, I got pregnant. I had just graduated from college. About a year after, I got pregnant. My husband, around like a little bit before that, there was a recession. And he was supposed to be an apprentice for the electrical union. He really didn't want to do it. We were kind of grateful for them to put it on pause. He didn't want to be an electrician. So he went back to school for broadcasting. So I held back a little bit on pursuing my PhD, and then I got pregnant. But then, because I was working with children, I was getting sick all the time. And emotionally, it was a lot for me being pregnant to see what I was seeing. And I felt the best thing for me to do and for my unborn child was to leave. And I did. And so I left there, had my baby, was offered an opportunity to be a vocational counselor, but didn't want to leave him. Both of my parents and my husband's parents worked, and that was not a possibility. Could not. I did not. It's okay for other people. For me, it wasn't a possibility. I didn't want to leave my son. So I went back to working part-time as a hairstylist, and I worked around my husband's schedule, who is now moving into broadcasting, which was great for him. We purchased our first home, built a hair salon in the basement for me to work on clients, which I did. Had another baby, finally took my GRE, but then my husband, whose television career was flourishing, really wanted to own a DJ company, and he had a couple of failed attempts, and I said, okay, fine, we'll do this, and we opened a children's entertainment facility, and with that grew his DJ company. So again, I did not I took the GRE, but I didn't go to graduate school. Number 3 came. And the company blew up. I had hair and makeup parties for little girls. We did dance parties for children, and his entertainment company exploded. We moved into a bigger facility. And then when number 4 was born, money ran really tight. I returned to a salon to make extra cash. Went back, tried to go back to graduate school. My GRE scores, they were antiquated at this point, so I would have had to take the GRE again. Once again, that was put on the back burner, so I didn't do that. And the doors of our business closed. So what did I do? I began online writing for some pay-per-view sites, focusing on beauty, created an online presence, my beauty blog, asktheprostylist.com, received invitations to spectacular red carpet events, had the best time, got incredible gratis. The pay sucked. But highlight was when a student from across the country chose me as her mentor. She didn't even know me. She found me online, chose me as a mentor. That was just a pinnacle of my success, even though I wasn't financially successful. And I'm going to leave it there because that's what brought me to where I am now, because it wasn't enough money and I had to make money now. My youngest was in kindergarten and money was tight and the business has closed. And so what did I do? Stay tuned for the next part of my career journey, my over 50 career journey. It'll be the end of it and it'll get me to this part. But the point is, I get it because I've had to pivot. But without those pivots, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be living the most amazing life. And I'm grateful for all of it. And happy Mother's Day. And without my babies, they made it worth it for me. So happy Mother's Day, moms. If you need a career coach, I'm here for you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend.